I'm Paul Edgar, and this is your Introduction to Robotics class. Your mission today as a Starbase engineer is to learn to program and navigate robots in a specific sequence. This is what it should look like when you're done, minus the TIE fighters. So, let's talk about robots. What is robot? Robot is derived from the Czechoslovakian word robota, which means forced labor. Close your eyes for a second and think of a robot. So what do most robots really look like? They look like that. And a few of them look like that. No matter what they look like or what they do, there are three things that all robots have in common, and that is control, body, and behavior. Let's take a look at a typical robot and learn some robotic terminology. Depending on their job, some robots have sensors. Sensors are like our five senses: taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing. Robotic engineers also use the term effectors to describe what we would think of as hands or arms. Some robots require extra equipment for completing their tasks. Every robot has some kind of control center, usually a computer. Some robots have artificial intelligence. That means they can make their own decisions based on however a human programmed them. So we've discussed what a robot is. Now let's discuss what robots do. One of the most important things robots do is keep people safer. We like to send robots where humans can't function efficiently or safely. Can you think of a situation that is very dangerous for a human but not dangerous for a machine? Here's an example. This is a firefighter robot. This robot is used to spy on the enemy. Most robots are simple things programmed to do one thing. Some robots are sent to the far reaches of the galaxy to do some exploring and repairing of our space stations. Robots often work more efficiently than humans. They don't get distracted, tired, or bored. Robots can work all day long, and they often don't need air, water, or food. Some surgeons find it better to use robots for some operations. Here's a demonstration of some of the coolest robots out there today. We've talked about what robots are. We've talked about what robots do. Let's take a look at the history of robots. In 1495, a fellow named Leonardo da Vinci, who was an artist, philosopher, and an inventor, is credited with making the first robots. They didn't have electronics, but they did have suits of armor, and he found a way to move things mechanically. In 1961, George Duval put the robotic arm to work in the auto industry. In 2004, robotic drones became very popular. In 2011, a robot called Vigo made it possible for immobilized people to interact with the world around them. The Honda Corporation made Osimo, who can do many human functions. They say that we should see many more of them integrated into our everyday lives in the next 5 years. How much will robotics be integrated into our lives in 2050? Your generation will decide. So, how do you program a robot? When you program a robot, you got to be very specific, as if you were talking to a 2-year-old. Here's what the program's going to look like. We're using Lego Mindstorms NXT. This is your work area. Pay attention to all the details. Okay, let's get started. Step 1 is to get 3 move icons onto the field. First thing we're going to do is program our robot to move forward for 7 seconds. So click on the first move icon and then go down to the bottom and change the data to 7 seconds. Step number 3 is to program the second move, 3 rotations. Then change the steering to left or right. Step number 4 is to program the third move, just the way we did the first one. You click on the icon, the third move icon, and you change the data on the bottom to 7 seconds. Step number 5 is to simply turn it on. Push the orange button. Step number 6, plug it into your computer. Step number 7 is to download the program to your robot. Click on this button. Once the download is complete, unplug your robot, go to the Mars room, hit the orange button and try it out on the Mars table. Congratulations, you programmed your first robot. Now go back and make some changes. Add some sounds, add some rotations, add some seconds to move left, right, and be creative.